What's going on, guys? Another knife review here for you. This is of the Boker Plus Epicenter, the Todd Rexford collaboration. This is a knife that's got a lot of flack. The first time, the first generation version that came out had all kinds of flaws with it. The scales and everything were kind of mismatched. They weren't milled the same way, and so you had a lot of a lot of people were railing this knife. When they first announced it, I was so eager to get this knife, and then I was really glad I didn't pre-order it because of all the issues with it. This is a Gen 2 version that I recently got off the USN from a pretty active member on there, and this, when I opened it up, I was pleasantly surprised. I don't know. I don't know what my expectations of the knife was, but opening it up, looking at the closed profile and everything, I just thought it looked really smooth. The lines and everything are actually pretty pleasant to the eye. The fact that it's full titanium, I mean 6AL4V, this is manufactured in China. You guys know that there's a lot of rip-off knives, Striders and Sabenzas and even Hinderers, that's using kind of a low-grade titanium and marketing it as great material when in fact it's not. In terms of 6AL4V titanium, I mean you're talking about the same chemical built makeup of the titanium that we see in a Sabenza or Lion Steel or this Les George VCP here. So and it's a thick slab. It's 5 millimeter thick slabs. That's 3D machined, rounded, contoured, very smooth. There's no rough, sharp edges on this knife whatsoever. The pocket clip is pretty sturdy and all that kind of stuff. But even this is made out of titanium, I think. I should check that. Yeah, that's made out of titanium, or at least it's not magnetic. Maybe it's, but most likely it's, it's titanium. And usually Boker Plus, or China Line, they'll throw in like HCR 13 MOV or whatever. Boker, sometimes they use like I don't know if they use a Sandvik steel or like a they typically they use like a 440C, China steel. Which isn't bad. I actually used to have a Boker Plus Excalibur, the Burger collaboration, and I loved that knife actually. And anyways, but this one has it's got VG10 on it, right there, and you can see VG10. So VG10, a knife that's standard on a lot of Spydercos, a Japanese blade steel. That you find in the Delica and the Cali 3.5, the my Sprint Lum Tanto, Dragonflies. They all use VG10, and it's a great steel. Supposedly a great stainless steel that takes just a wicked edge. Supposedly, I really don't have much experience in VG10, but I'm hoping that I'm gonna be able to get some experience with this knife, because I really feel like this is one that I'm going to keep and try to use and put to a test, to see if it holds up. Just it's a really well done. Like if you look at the grind lines and all that kind of stuff, it's very clean. I know VG10 has a particular kind of takes on a particular finish, but just the way that Rexford designed this blade, it's really beautiful. Titanium scales, again, just the rounded titanium is very comfortable. Even the detail work that you see on the standoffs right there, the little dots on the pillars and all that kind of stuff. You would think a knife, made in China, that it's not gonna, they wouldn't focus on those details. Even this kind of sonar looking jimping, the jimping is absolutely ineffective whatsoever. It's pure aesthetic. That's all it is. Even the pivot, with its little, I don't even know what to call that, but just that kind of detail there. There's Rexford's little signature right there, little logo, and then you got the Boker Plus thing, which I'm not a huge fan of. maybe again, maybe this is a knife that I can try to send out for an acid washing or something like that. But that fallout treatment that Tough Thumbs does is awesome. That if you've seen that his latest video of the Fallout Sabenza, dude, that was awesome. So Jeff, you're doing some awesome work if you're even watching my videos. But yeah, so the Epicenter, in terms of the Gen 2, I think that the Gen 1 just left so much distaste in people's mouths, you know, when it came to Boker Plus. And Boker Plus has been dropping the ball all over, you know, with a lot of their knives. I can't recall which ones they are, but you know, you can see, watch a lot of videos out there, you know, of a lot of Boker Plus, not necessarily Boker itself, but Boker Plus, you know, knives with all kinds of blade play and rock and you know, wiggled. You know, it's all kinds of just bad stuff. And so you know, this knife again was pleasantly surprising to me. There's one issue, not well so far not really an issue, but one thing I want to point out for sure is on this lockup right here. I don't know if you can see in there. Let's see if I can get my flashlight. But the tang of the blade, or yeah, the tang on the blade right here is pretty radiused. I don't know if you can see that. Kind of like an old Strider. And so I'm wondering if that's something that Boker Plus has been doing that makes, you know, that leads to lock rock developing. You know, lockup on here right now is probably at almost 50%. I'm going to be taking this one apart and I'm going to be carbonizing it to make sure. I don't know if this lock face is carbonized. I doubt it, being that it's, you know, made in China and all that kind of stuff. So far the lock, you know, is very well. Now there's like a little bit of side to side, but I'm sure I can tighten the pivot a little bit, but there's no vertical whatsoever. So this is, you know, it's a really comfortable knife. It fits the hand great, and I think people have said that, you know, said as much, but because of those issues that people have found with the Generation 1, I don't know if people are still doing, you know, or trying to get the Generation 2, but I definitely think it's worthwhile, you know, checking it out. 3.62 inch blade, which is comparable to the size of the Sabenza, you know, pretty much matches up. Due to the thickness of the scales, it makes for a slightly heavier, or actually much heavier knife. It's almost 7 ounces, you know, compared to the 3.7 inch blade of the Lion Steel. You look at the kind of the profile of the handles, it's very similar to the Lion Steel. That's why I brought that one out here. And then the VCP here. You know, outside of the VG10 being a somewhat lesser steel than the rest of these, this is I would think, I haven't used it, I've actually never carried it, but I would think that this is going to be a very capable knife, and one that I'm gonna, you know, enjoy having in my collection and in, you know, in use for EDC and stuff like that. So I really want to see how VG10 holds up and all that kind of stuff, and the kind of edge it can take and all that stuff, and hopefully I can, you know, do some work on the blade to get rid of the etching and all that kind of stuff. But we'll see down the road what we can do there. So, alright guys, that's the Boker Plus Epicenter. Honestly, in my opinion, I think it is an awesome blade. I'll try to put it to some use and see how it holds up, how it fares down the road, and see if we can put up another video you know, just to kind of just to see how it holds up down the road. Alright guys, so let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. You guys take care, and I'll see you guys on the next vid. Bye.